want to give you guys a little something different today. I was actually thinking about a few things. A few things that's on my mind regarding like entrepreneurship and stuff like mentality and things like that. I don't know if you guys like this type of stuff or not. You guys let me know. I actually wanted to make this kind of like a little update video, not only with the beard and the waves progress of me just growing out for this whole year. We live? Let me talk my shit beat. I want to check in with you guys right now. So this is actually a beard and hair update when it comes down to my waves. You see the drip? You see the waves? When you see the waves, look at that crispy dog. I actually wanted to make this kind of like a little update video, not only with the beard and the waves progress of me just growing out for this whole year, but also I was just kind of want to have like a unraw cut footage of just me just talking about a few things. A few things that's on my mind regarding like entrepreneurship and stuff like mentality and things like that. I don't know if you guys like this type of stuff or not. You guys let me know. Swish. And you see the beard gains? Before I do all of that, I want to give you guys a little something different today. I was actually thinking about, but I'm gonna put this video out, raw, uncut, unedited. So like, here we go. All right, so when it comes down to my hair, first of all, as you guys may have known or seen my previous videos in the past, I'm growing out my waves and my beard for this whole year. I'm probably gonna stick with this for a long term. I always had a style in mind, and I always encourage people to have a style of what you want to go for and what style you kind of suits your face in a sense. For me, I'm an oval face, and I kind of, if you see my last videos, my beard was actually kind of wide on the outside, and I got it narrowed down a little bit because I want to have that like the Leonidas look from 300. So so I kind of just narrowed down the sides. It was time to go. It was just like too puffy on the sides, making my face look more circle than it is, more than an oval. You know what I mean? And I think that was just something that I personally just wanted to like try out and just figure it out for myself, see if I like it, see if I want to rock with it, you know? And so I went with that. Regarding the hair up on my top of my dome, it was something that I always looked good on. I knew it looked good on me for a long time, waves. I grew my hair out for a while before, but for me, more or less, I'm still a baby. I'm like 20, I'm just turning 26, 7? Yes, 7, I just turned 27. And I'm still a baby, like, in the adult world, you know what I mean? I'm still a baby. So I just turned 27. Regarding that, the waves fell for me. It felt like more of an adult look. When I grew up my hair, it was always, I had this young vibe, and it was just like, me even trying to talk to girls, it's just like, yo, who's this kid, yo? And I was just like, damn, like, I couldn't really rock it like that. I don't know, maybe it was just me, maybe it's just how I see myself with like longer hair. But for me, it was just a personal reason, right? We all do things for personal reasons and personal gains. So so that was just it for me. That's why I'm rocking with the waves, and I got them like how they are now. If you guys want to know any tips and stuff about what I do with my waves, just let me know in the comment section down below. It'd be cool to talk to you guys about that. Kind of more like a free flow conversation than me kind of just editing so many videos and then doing it like uncut. No, not uncut, but like kind of doing it edited and stuff, like post high production Hollywood stuff. And I really don't want to do that as often, but nevertheless, what I want to get into this conversation, talk to you guys about, is more or less like entrepreneurship and the mentality and the people that you're around. I believe it's so evident and clear that the people that you're around really predict your future, and I stand behind this. I'm not saying this because it's a new year, 2020, but I seen it before in the past, and I experienced it being on the other side as well. And that being said, it's like you gotta stay aware of your circle outer circle or inner circle, and you got to be like sensitive almost to a place where you can read and also pick up habits. And habits for sure really can alter your world and how you operate from someone else's, way of life. And sometimes it can be positive thing, sometimes it can be negative thing, right? And in my perspective, in my experience, it's not always good to pick up habits from other people, because at the end of the day, those are just habits that may have not been good for them, and you kind of pick them up and you kind of carry them on for yourself. At the same time, you could always find good habits from other people as well. So I just want to talk to you guys just about being more self-aware about the people you're around, and kind of more or less like sticking with your values and what you want to achieve in life. Like for me, it's always been hard because I always focus on the wrong things for so long, and that's normal. Like when you're 20s, you're gonna do that so many times. You're kind of just gonna derail with life sometimes, and you're on the pathway of defining yourself and figuring out who you are. And dude, it's tough. Like it's honestly tough. Like I can't put into words how hard it is, but at the same time, you actually build a lot more thicker skin through it all, right? And that being said, the mentality has to be everything, right? Like for me, what I do is I had an opportunity to meet Evan Carmichael, and he runs a YouTube channel, and it was great because it was one of those moments where, excuse me, being out here in Toronto, sorry, the mic just hit the mic, but being out here in Toronto, it was one night I was just looking online for like events and stuff, right? I was just looking online for like, oh, I need to meet someone. I'm hungry. At the same time, I want to network with people. I want to get out there. And I took it upon myself to just see what's on Eventbrite. So I ended up going on Eventbrite. I saw kind of a meet and greet, kind of discussion talk with Evan Carmichael, who runs a YouTube channel you guys may have seen in the past or might start watching now. And it was pretty cool. It was literally in Toronto, I believe in North York, but nevertheless, it was just like you meet with him. I met with him with a bunch of other people, started asking questions. I started asking deep questions amongst everybody, and I just started asking more, not questions about doubt, because around me, I noticed a lot of people were asking questions about doubt and confidence and getting through hurdles. My questions were more or less about the customer, like the customer base. Like, how can you impact someone's life? How can you change someone and have that domino effect within their life? Like, I'm more passionate about how the impact would be portrayed and how it will live on long term. And it's interesting just to see different stages of life, and it doesn't matter your age, but just different to see different mentalities. Doesn't matter where you are or how old you are or what you look like. It's just the fact is everyone has their own growth stages, and it's something you have to be so sensitive about, because at the end of the day, I'm realizing how narrow someone like me, for example, or an entrepreneur who's probably watching this, or a YouTuber is watching this, how narrow your life can be, because you're not really finding a lot of people with a certain similar mentality, if that makes sense, when it comes down to values and comes down to like what you do on a daily basis and what your passions are, your impact. It really gets narrow when you start defining it a lot more. For example, if I was like a heavy drinker, I'm a social drinker. So if I'm a heavy drinker and I have 10 friends and 6 of those friends like to go out to the bars. So I go out with 6 of those friends, but out those 6 of those friends, maybe 3 are like heavy drinkers that really go out, and those are 3 guys I kick it with. So those 3 guys I'm kicking it with, as you will see, it's actually more narrowed down, because my other friends, my other three friends who drink, but they're social drinkers, my pocket narrows down in the sense of like, I can only find heavy drinkers in my circle, which are 3 of them, opposed to who likes to drink, maybe 6 out of my 10, right? So it's like, in a flip side of that, you can just flip it around and say, who's passionate, or not passionate, but like, who wants to create a business? Out your 10 friends, maybe 2. And then you realize, oh shit, okay, I have 2 friends that are interested in doing what I'm similarly like to do. And those are the kind of people you need to be around, you need to gravitate to, because those people are actually going in the same direction as you. If you hang out with someone else who typically isn't in your field of interest, you're not gonna grow the same way as if you're hanging out with your entrepreneurship friends, because they're more likely to take risks. They're more likely to learn from failures. They're more likely to be bold. And even in that entrepreneurship world, it's like, you gotta challenge yourself like that. I'm constantly challenging myself. I'm constantly mentally challenging myself. I'm challenging the people I'm around. And then maybe they don't even know it, but I'm just challenging myself to saying, okay, what's my mentality like? Like, is my mentality strong enough? Or at the same time, who can hang around my mentality? Because I'm trying to make my mental mind sharp as hell. At the same time, I need to be around people that are very sharp, right? So you got to challenge yourself and also challenge your friends, because at the end of the day, you're only going to grow that way. If you don't give feedback as well, then that's a big like factor to someone's lack of growth. Not giving them feedback, but also at the same time not challenging yourself, you know. And I don't know, that was just a little rant of myself, and just from my own personal stories, from like growth and entrepreneurship, having business, having small businesses, working with small companies, local companies in Ontario here. But at the same time, you just learn so many small things over time. It kind of just accumulates into this overall perspective of like how to run your business, or how you're going to run your business. What's your values? What's your culture like? How do you create culture? So there's so many questions to ask yourself as like obviously an entrepreneur, which I'm the position I'm in. But at the same time, it's just, you kind of have to boil it down to like your personal values and who you are, and are you living for those values? And that's personally something I'm still discovering myself, and it's a never ending journey. But it's a platform from when you create something, it's showing who you are as a person is pretty much in that product. And that's what I truly believe. And I believe in like impacting people, but at the same time treating people like humans. That's just simply what it is. Like, everyone deserves, anywhere you work, you deserve benefits. I do believe that. And so it's just really connecting with people and putting people first. That's what I do believe in. And naturally it'll come back to you. And just regarding that stuff, I kind of felt like I had a little rant there, but I don't know if anyone would find this of value beyond me talking about my beard and my hair stuff. But I do feel passionate about talking about this stuff in general. I'd love to do a podcast one day. If anyone was interested in that, making sure in the comment section down below, make sure you drop a comment, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, Arquay, if you guys haven't, or if you're new subscribers, welcome. Old subscribers, you guys already know what to do. Show some love. But if you guys are interested in these type of videos, just let me know, you know. So felt like I left out a lot of beard talk in this video and a beard update, so I just wanted to give you guys a little update of what it looks like right now. Okay, so as you guys see right now, I'm just looking up to the camera because I need to see what I'm looking at here. So as you see right now, before in my old videos, if I could pop it up right there, before in my old videos, it was narrow. It was quite wide up here on the sides. A lot of this was filled out right there, but now it's a lot more, as you see, it's a lot more shaved down on the sides, but heavy at the bottom, right? It's heavy at the bottom, shaved down on the sides. A lot more better than my last previous videos, which was probably like literally last week of when I got my trim done with the beard. So you can see right there how it's slim. So just on my jawline, how it kind of just lines up really, really nicely there at the same time, but it's heavy at the chin, right? And it's kind of flat here. Not too flat, but it's kind of flat. So that's what it looks like on the side. This looks like in the front. Other angle right here. So if you guys are looking for that type of beard style, make sure your barber knows your face structure. Most importantly, they gotta know your face structure, and they gotta make sure they can complement and make it like enhance, make that feature of your face get enhanced by your haircut. Because you gotta start with your face shape obviously first, but with the facial hair, it's a total different game, right? Top of my head, as you already know, I'm rocking the waves, bro. So I'm rocking the waves up here. I just came from a workout. I just came back from a workout from Orange Theory, so they're not so fresh right now. Did a lot of sweating, so I'm gonna hit the shower, get my brush it through with some shampoo, brush downwards as always, and then I'm gonna just probably watch it. I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. Probably maybe watch a show. I don't know, edit my videos. But I'm just gonna basically put some cream in my hands. Just keep doing the same cycle, guys. Just get some cream in your hands, whatever, Dax, sports waves, and then put the cream in hand, just brush for a good 30 minutes or so. Naturally, for me, I actually been waving periodically. I've been waving on and off for like 3-4 years now. But every time I start waving, like my waves just come in so nicely. It's insane. Like, look. Like, I don't know how good that is, to be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I'm just bigging myself up right now, but I don't know how nice that is in your eyes. But to me, like, it hasn't been consistent with me waving, and that's pretty impressive for me, at least. But you know what's really messed up right here? Right here, I tried to give myself a lineup, and it was bad, man. I kind of bit myself in that butt there. Because I was trying to line up one day. I couldn't reach my barber, so I was trying to line up and chop. I shaved some piece down, but in a few months that will fill up, and that's no problem. That's no biggie. Take one. If you guys found gems in that, definitely let me know. Always willing to share advice and knowledge. It's always so important to like just help others on their way of growth. And yeah, we're all in their 20s, yo. We're all in their 20s. We're young. We're young people here. So we are the next leaders of this next generation, and especially in Toronto, it's growing. It's growing out here. So it's great to network, meet people at the same time, find passionate people that you do want to hang out with and be like, and make sure they always be happy at the same time. Always be positive about everything. So you guys already know what this is. This is Mr. Lou. You guys are watching Arcway, a new direction of a modern man. I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, it was just a little rant, but at the same time, we're back on the beard wave, right?